Creating an orthographic drawing in Fusion is really quite straightforward. And we're going to create an orthographic drawing of the stool that you've made in the workshop. The first thing we need to do is to come to this File drop-down menu and select New Drawing from Design. Here we'll just press OK, and a dialog box opens up over here. We do have the option of creating an orthographic drawing of each individual part, in which case will be the leg or the top, but we're going to just create an orthographic diagram or orthographic drawing of the whole product. So here where it says full assembly, we're going to leave that selected. We're going to change the standard from ISO, which is a standard followed in the United Kingdom, and we're going to change it to ASME, which is a standard followed in America. Hence why here our sheet size is now changed to inches. We'll leave our units as left as millimeters because that's how we were drawing it, and we're going to change our sheet size to 11 inches by 8.5 inches. Make sure it's the second one, not the first one. This will display in portrait, this will display in landscape. Press OK. Then our workspace changes. So in this workspace, we're going to select base, and with base selected, we can see that we have the side of our table, and we're going to click there. And we're going to come over to our scale because 1/8 is a little bit too small. Let's see what it looks like, 1:4, and we only want visible edges selected. So the style, make sure that visible edges is selected rather than visible and hidden. And we're going to press OK. And then once we press OK, it changes to just the outline. And we're going to drag that down here. Then we're going to come over here to projected view, and we should be able to now just click and drag it out there to show the top and the side. And over here we're just going to have a nice 3D view here, and once we press enter, they'll all turn to outline. The important thing here is that these views line up, so you can see that the top view is directly in line with the side view, and the same with the end view here and the side view there. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is add on some dimensions, and looking at this space here, maybe this is a little bit too big, so we can delete that, and then we can select this, and holding down that little key in the middle, we can drag it down. Let's actually do it with this view here. Drag it down, and you can see that the other view moves with it. And let's move this one down, so we've got a little bit more space for when we dimension, which we do by selecting this icon here. So with it selected, let's actually use the drop down menu and go for this one. We're going to choose here and here, click and drag up, and you can see there that I didn't quite have that selected in the right place, so it's coming up as 300.09 millimeters, which is quite exact. So we're going to Command Z, and we're going to try that again, and we're going to go from there to there. Okay, and you can see now it's come out at 300. We're going to do the same for the overall width, which, as you remember, was 195. Now we don't need to show the measurement here from there to there because we've already got that measurement up there, so we know what that measurement is. But another measurement we might need to include here is from there to there was 110, and then from here to here is 45. We also should include the thickness of the wood, so wait for it to snap, click and drag out, and maybe we need to make sure we're not overcrowding our diagram with measurements, so that's why I'm choosing different places to put the measurements. 150, and you can drag that out there, that one, That's quite exact, isn't it? Now, by not measuring or adding dimensions to this part, you are making the person who's reading this assume that these two here are the same. So you carry on dimensioning everything until you have all the measurements required for somebody to come along and be able to make it, which you were able to make it from both my plan for production and my orthographic drawing. So then we're just going to zoom out just a little bit, and then from here we can take our screenshot and place that into our portfolio. And that's as easy as it is to create an orthographic diagram using Fusion. One thing I will say, if you remember, we changed the standard over here, the difference being the ASME, what that means is that what we see on top, we draw on top. So what we see on top here, we draw on top here. And what we see on the right here, we draw on the right. For me, I find that's an easier way to draw orthographic projections. The British way, the ISO method, is the opposite. So in fact, we would draw the bottom up here, and we would draw the right over here. And that's a little bit more confusing. I think it's easier just to remember that what you see on the right, you draw on the right. And that's as simple as that.